Tonight on Newsbeat.
The federal government heads towards a shutdown.
Baton Rouge is experiencing a rise in car break-ins.
And one club seeks to open conversation around mental health.
All this and more, Newsbeat starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Danielle Ransford.
Students at Southern University were given the all clear after the campus library was evacuated due to a potential threat. This marks the third time Southern has had to evacuate part or all of campus. The campus was first evacuated on September 11th as threats were made to several HBCUs around the country. Southern then evacuated part of its campus on September 22nd after finding suspicious items.
Louisiana Governor Landry has officially requested a National Guard deployment. His letter to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, Landry is requesting authorization to deploy 1,000 troops to Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Shreveport. Landry cites high crime rates and a lack of police resources as reasons for the deployment. He also mentions the lower crime rates in New Orleans as a result of Guard deployment following the New Year's attack. And in Washington, the federal government is set to shut down at the end of the day. The shutdown comes after Republicans and Democrats were unable to come to a deal to pass a continuing resolution. The continuing resolution, or CR, would have extended the current federal budget passed under Joe Biden to last through the end of November. At 11 tonight, the federal government will be forced to stop all non-essential functions and furlough most employees until Congress can pass a budget.
Those facing mental health problems can often find it hard to break the stigma surrounding the topic, but one group on campus is looking to change that. Abby O'Malley reports.
College is hard. Acclimating to a new environment and staying on top of assignments, having a support system is extremely important. Tigers Join for Hope is providing students with a community and safe space on campus.
My whole thing is ending the stigma. I think the end of suicide begins with the end of the stigma surrounding it, because if people aren't going to talk about it, we're not going to know who needs help, and they're not going to know how to get the help.
Tigers Join for Hope is a satellite club from Cassidy Join for Hope, a nonprofit started in Texas, but has now grown to schools in the SEC. Vice President Kylie Burns first joined the club in high school.
I first got involved with Tigers Join for Hope. Technically at my high school, we had this club called Cassidy Join for Hope, and essentially we had a close family friend who lost their daughter to suicide, so they started this club, and I thought it was a really great thing, so I decided to join.
After experiencing her own struggles, Lyndon Burns, club founder, knows mental health is not black and white. It's not always easy to tell who's struggling.
I really think it's important to understand that, you never know the full extent of what somebody's going through. Even your best friend in the world, you will never know their full story. You'll never know their full struggles and all the things that they go through.
Roughly 1 in 4 college students have reported self-harm or suicidal thoughts.
If we could just help one person, that would be enough for me. And if I can just be someone who can help fix even the smallest thing for someone who needs it, then I will be happy.
Tigers Join for Hope plans to host meetings monthly, sharing resources and bringing in speakers to break the stigma around mental health. To join the club, scan the QR code, and if you or anyone you know is struggling, call or text 988. Reporting from LSU, I'm Abby O'Malley.
The LSU Student Health Center offers free mental health resources to all students. You can also call the National Crisis Hotline at 988 for 24/7 support.
After 6 years, one fraternity is making its way back to LSU. Audrey Foster's at the former Delta Kappa Epsilon house with more. Audrey?
Thanks, Danielle. This house behind me, although still owned by Delta Kappa Epsilon, has been serving as a temporary home for sororities whose houses are being rebuilt or renovated. The Deke chapter at LSU was permanently shut down in January 2019 after evidence of hazing and alcohol violations were discovered. They hosted a gathering on the balcony of Murphy's last Monday, marking their official introduction as a chapter with its potential new members.
What if they start doing the same that they did before? You never know. I just say just give it a chance before we kind of tear it down a little bit.
I think it's okay for them to come back. I think they deserve a second chance. I think everybody deserves a second chance. I mean, you mess up, you live, you learn. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad they're getting a second chance.
Will be made official on Wednesday, October 1st. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Audrey. Car break-ins and thefts are on the rise in Baton Rouge, so what can you do to protect your car? Isaiah Kirkland has more.
That's crazy. Son of grade, y'all sharing with this.
Just off campus at the Lark Apartments, the 2022 Dodge Hellcat was found with a busted window, cut wires, and missing both the battery and hood in an attempt to steal the car. Suspects can be seen crowding the gate of the complex before taking out the surveillance camera. In spite of the crime, owner Aniel Arelis took all of the right precautions leading up to the day.
Before my car left the dealership, I had bought things that prevented theft in the first place. That's the only reason my car was still there. You could basically cut all power to your engine, even if somebody were to steal your key. If your kill switch is on, that car's not starting, that car's not moving.
Baton Rouge has shown an upward trend in car break-ins, with a 63% increase in the past year.
We've had an instance where a homeowner has gone out to approach, and unfortunately they've lost their life behind that. So we want to stress the importance that these guys out here in the streets, they don't care, and just to be safe.
The trend isn't just local, however. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety stated Hellcat theft claims occur 60 times more frequently than other vehicles.
These cars are a hot commodity, and yes, they are a muscle car. They're easy to get away if they are committing crimes, so all of those things probably play a huge part in the gumbo of what's going on with these cars.
When it comes to these cars, authorities recommend 3 things: a kill switch, locked doors, and always, always watching your surroundings. For Tiger TV, I'm Isaiah Kirkland.
Most auto parts stores, and if you notice any car break-ins or suspicious activity, you can contact BRPD at 225-389-2000. And next at 5, people have been enjoying those cooler temperatures in the morning, but will they continue? Cassidy Trepanier has your weather forecast after the break.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. The weather has been nice lately. Sunny days with a little breeze, especially during this time of year in the South.
Seriously, and I'm loving it. Hopefully it stays that way.
Well, our weather correspondent Cassidy Trepanier is in studio to answer just that. Cassidy?
Those cooler temperatures will be more in the evening time, but during the day, it still will feel a little hot. Let's get into tomorrow's weather. As we look early in the morning, we do see temperatures in those upper 60s, and they will progress into those upper 80s as we continue the day. Going into that time of 1 p.m., we do see that temperature of 89 degrees, and it will be a mostly sunny day, feeling like 92 tomorrow, which is the high also for tomorrow. As we go into the evening, we will see those temperatures start to dip down from those 90s into those mid 80s, going into those upper 60s at night with that sun setting at 6:46. Now let's get into the UV and what it will feel like over the course of the next few days. Going into tomorrow, we will see that UV of 7, and it will feel like 92, which is the high. Going into Thursday and Friday, the UV will be 8 both of those days, and it will feel like the upper 80s on both of those days, as well as Saturday with that UV of 6. Going into Sunday, it will feel like 91 degrees with that UV of 5. Now let's get into that 7-day. Like I said, tomorrow will be a mostly sunny day with that high of 92 and that low of 68. Those mostly sunny weather will be the trend for the upcoming week. Only on Monday we will have partly cloudy skies of next week. And that trend of those upper 80s will be the trend going up for those days, with those lower 60s to upper 70s during the nighttime. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Danielle, at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy. Organizations around campus are beginning to work together to make campus a better place. LSU student government recently hosted a volunteer opportunity with Keep Louisiana Beautiful to clean up the UREC and LSU lakes. Cleanup supplies such as trash grabbers, garbage bags, and gloves were provided. Volunteers from clubs set off around the UREC picking up trash left behind. The cleanup initiative works to not only help the community, but act as a good bonding activity for students on campus.
Just want to come out and come help clean and beautify not just Louisiana, but LSU and the surrounding community. And so as part of that, we host these cleanups, and we try to get everyone from as many clubs, as many areas of campus here as possible. And it's not only just cleaning up, it's also a bonding experience.
Be sure to throw your trash away as you walk around campus to help keep LSU and Louisiana beautiful. And coming up, if you don't like the food, then why are you at the table? Hot Take Tuesday is next.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
All right, Lexi, now I'm not from the South, but the food and the culture here makes me glad that I came down to LSU.
Well, Danielle, believe it or not everyone would agree with you, but Erica Howard has a few thoughts on those people with her Hot Take Tuesday.
Welcome to Hot Take Tuesday. I'm Erica Howard, and I have quite a bit to say. Though I may not be from Louisiana, I'm Southern to my core, and trust, I was raised an LSU Tiger. With that comes the amazing Southern culture of food, music, clothing, and of course dancing. My hot take: don't move to the South if you can't appreciate everything she has to offer. From the 20 different king cakes that clutter the counter during Mardi Gras, the soulful gumbo straight from your Mimi's Magnolite dish, to the little guys right here, what more could you ask for? But really, it means more than that to me. The South represents the years of history passed down from family to family, sharing recipes, listening to jazz with my dad, and of course having tiger bait be one of the first few phrases I learned, all show my Southern roots to the core. And the most frustrating part, People move here and think of it as nothing special. When I hear complaints to the smell of magnolias in the spring, or people question why moms walk around with hair higher than God, it irks me to the core. Louisiana, and on a smaller note, LSU, would be nothing without these sacred Southern traits that you can relate to all down the coast, straight to the Mississippi Delta. And that, my Cajun friends, is my hot take.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat. Until next time, I'm Lexi DeCastro.
And I'm Danielle Rancifer. Have a great night.